Hello everybody, I'm Brian from How to Automotive, and today I got a little bit of a mystery car behind me. This vehicle is an FJ Cruiser 2007 model. It threw the belt and has a ton of oil leaks in the front of the engine. So I'm going to take you along with me to figure out what the oil leak is, why it threw the belt, so stay tuned for that. So this vehicle was towed in and it had a note that said that it lost power steering and it's got a power steering leak, and that was it. So I drive it in my bay and sure enough it had no power steering and the alternator light was on, so I knew it probably most likely had thrown the belt, and sure enough it threw the belt. And as you can see, it's entangled around everything, around the crank pulley, the fan clutch, all the idler pulleys, it's everywhere, and the oil mess was just covered everywhere. There's oil slinging everywhere. So I took off the top engine cover and then I threw it up on the rack and I took off the lower skid plate, and you can see the oil mess everywhere. So here's the look at the belt from underneath. You can see it just shredded it up into a million pieces, and it's literally wrapped around the crank, around the idler pulleys. It's just entwined with everything. So I spent the next 20-30 minutes picking all this belt out, cutting it out. I used a pair of side cutters and I would cut a little bit of it and pull a little bit and use some needle nose pliers gripping it. And as you can see, a lot of it's stuck behind the crank pulley here. And what I suspect is the belt broke, wrapped around the crank pulley, and then caused the seal to go bad, and that's where all the oil came from. So I need to remove the crank pulley to inspect the seal and also get the rest of the belt pieces out from behind it. And I'm using my SP Tools crank holding tool and a couple breaker bars here, and I wedged it up against the frame. Now I can crack the bolt free and then back out the bolt. So the crank bolt was a 22 millimeter in size, and I got a breaker bar for 22 millimeter socket, and I cracked it free, spun it out. Once it was loose, I switched over to my 3/8 ratchet here and spun it out the rest of the way. Once I got the bolt off, I just pulled the pulley off. It's not pressed on or anything. And as you can see, here's the belt all wrapped around the crank pulley here. And here is a closer look at the crank pulley tool, holding tool that I use. It's made by SP Tools. It makes life easier when you go to remove and also when you go to reinstall the crank bolt and torque it down to spec. So on this motor right here is where the crank pulley rides. It's also the oil pump. So I checked that to make sure that nothing got cracked or broken on the oil pump here. And I'm going to change the seal out. But before we do that, I'm going to spin all the pulleys by hand and check the bearings and make sure that nothing was frozen. And that was the reason why the belt was broken and coming apart. So I'm spinning everything by hand and making sure that nothing's frozen. And everything turned out to be perfect. No bearing noise. All the pulleys spun freely, so it got me thinking, something happened. The belts just don't break for no reason. So I had the service writer call the customer back up and interrogate the customer a little bit. And the information we got from the customer was that his son has been driving the vehicle and he just heard a noise and the power steering stopped working, and that was it. So after interrogating it more, we found out that he had added oil. So the reason why the oil leak and belt broke is because the customer overfilled the engine with probably about 3, maybe 4 quarts of oil over full, and the oil leaked out past the seal, got on the belt, and then caused the belt to break. So I popped out the old seal here, and we're going to change it out with a brand new one. So while I'm waiting for the new crank seal to arrive, I'm going to spray the whole engine here down with engine degreaser and get everything as clean as I can possibly get it here. What I want is the pulleys to be clean, so when I put the new belt on, it doesn't damage the new belt. I also pulled the drain plug and drained the oil and got it back to the proper level. So I sprayed everything off of this engine degreaser, and I just let it soak for now. Later on, we'll steam clean it and get it really clean. Now we're going to change out the seal, so we're going to install the brand new seal. I just pressed it in by hand, and then I use a soft mallet here to lightly tap the seal in. The seal doesn't actually seal on the crankshaft here. It seals on the harmonic balancer. So you can go ahead and tap this in. There's a little space around it, so you don't have to worry about it rolling the lip or anything. So you just want to tap it in until it's flush with the front of the oil pump here. So I went ahead and cleaned the crank pulley, and now I'm going to go ahead and reinstall it. I left the holding tool on there. So you line it up with the keyway on there, press it in until it seats. Now you can go ahead and start the crank bolt. So I ran the crank bolt in until it was snug, and now I'm going to torque the crank bolt down to 185 foot-pounds. So I reinstalled the breaker bar and used it to wedge against the frame here, and that's holding the crank from spinning. And I cranked it down to 85 foot-pounds. After that, I went ahead and used some brake clean and cleaned off all the oil off all the pulleys here. I want this as dry as it can be when I put the new belt on. So I looked up a belt routing diagram, and then I ordered a new belt from Gates, and I went ahead and routed this around the fan. So I had to tuck it around the fan and then kind of use the fan blades to rotate it around to it looped over the top. Now I can go ahead and route it the proper routing and install the belt. So now that I got the drive belt installed, I'm just double checking to make sure all the routing is good and everything's in the proper grooves, and make sure that the crank pulley is dry. And now I'm going to pull out the dipstick, make sure that that's at the proper level. Once I'm confident that that's at the proper level, I'm going to go ahead and start the vehicle up. And then once I get this vehicle started up, I'm going to quickly run around and make sure that there's no leaks coming out and just start looking and double checking everything. So now that I got the engine fired off, I'm listening for belt noises to make sure that nothing's going to seize up or anything like that. And I'm also looking for oil leaks and active drips on the floor, and just double checking. So I'm going to have this vehicle running for 10 or 15 minutes, just verifying that there's no other oil leak on this vehicle, and just watch it run and just watch everything. And once I'm satisfied that everything is good, then I'm going to take it over and pressure wash the rest of the oil off. So I soaked this down with engine degreaser, and now I'm just using the pressure washer, and I'm going to do a thorough washing of the whole underside, the belts, the whole timing cover area, and basically get it as clean as I possibly can, top and bottom. And then I'll go for a test drive, and then the test drive should dry everything off. You know, the air flowing over everything and the heat from the engine will dry everything off. Then I'll come back in and I'll throw it back up on my rack, and I'm going to double check everything. So I'm going to start at the top and make sure everything at the top looks good and dry. So everything up top here looked good, so I went ahead and put the top engine cover back on. Now I'm going to lift it back up and check from underneath, and make sure that there's no oil leaking out of the crank here. And as you can see here, everything is nice and dry, and it looks like we got this vehicle licked. You know, we got the oil level corrected, and the seal changed out, and it's doing really well. So now I'm going to wash the skid plate and go ahead and put that back up. So I'd like to thank you guys for coming along with this journey with me while I figured out this FJ Cruiser behind me. I'm Brian from How To Automotive. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, encourage you to subscribe, invite you to head over to the howtoautomotive.com website for more valuable videos like this, and also to let you know that I have a tool store linked in the description with all my top tools that I recommend for you guys. Thank you guys for watching.